All right, so one of the cool things in Photoshop is that there's just so many different ways to go about really achieving some similar effects. And in this example, I was actually working with some photographs the other day, and I was trying to reduce some colors, some selective colors in these images. And one of the things that you might want to think about doing when you're getting in there, you might think, okay, well, if I want to reduce, say, maybe some of the reds in this guy's skin, I might need to mask him out real quick, do a quick selection, and then actually use the adjustment layers to mask out that certain area, that specific area. That totally works, but another thing you might do is just try out the adjustment layer with a selective color. And maybe you can actually hit those reds without even having to do any kind of mask. So let me show you how I did it in a couple images and maybe give you some ideas for some quick ideas or quick ways to go about making your own selections. So here we are, just with the image here. I just want to go ahead and jump into the hue saturation. And this is going to create an adjustment layer, right? So if I look down here, I can see my adjustment layer. Well, most times we're working with the master setting, right? So we're jumping in here and dragging this all over, and you see that obviously it affects the entire image. Well, one thing we can do, I'm just going to reset that, is actually select a specific color. So if I want to try to hit those reds, select the red, and then now I can actually come in here and you can see really mostly just his skin is being affected. So if I wanted to reduce it a little bit or bring it a little bit up in the yellows, and then maybe I want to drop some of that saturation down. I can do that without even having to make a selection. So if I turn this off, pretty good, right? Here's another example. In this case, let's say we wanted to do something with the red walls back here. All right, so I'll just go ahead and add a adjustment layer, and let's try the reds again. And let's go ahead and try maybe bringing those up. Look at that. So it hits those really great without even having to create that selection. Now, sometimes you might have to do a little bit of combining of the tools. So in this one, maybe I do want to reduce that red, but I also see that he has some red on his arm with the tattoo. Maybe I don't want to lose all that. So I might need to go in there and paint it in afterwards. So let's go ahead and just add a hue saturation. We'll hit the reds. And maybe I want to bring that up a little bit, which works, but I'm actually losing some of that color in his tattoo. So in that case, I would want to come in, select my mask, click the B key for the brush, and just sort of paint that back in a little bit, right? So just to bring that back. So a couple ways to combine tools. Really just give it a shot and see if it works. A lot of cases it does, and honestly I tend to forget about it myself sometimes. So just think about how to go about some of your tasks as simply as you can.